through it, exemplifying prudence and glorifying God, making sure you're compensated for other people's doings. Our vision is to be one of the best. We're small enough to focus on your matter throughout the neighborhoods of Dallas, working constantly and making sure your rights are protected. A firm team of lawyers, aggressive, effective, a team that has your back in the courtroom. Two well-spoken black lawyers in the courtroom, investing time and resources when it's evident that you were treated wrong. Now you walking out of Dallas courtroom with a settlement. Corbin and Corbett, the father-daughter legal tag team that has your back in the courtroom. Our purpose is simple, to obtain a favorable outcome for each client and glorify Christ in all we do. Our vision is to be one of the...
Hello, everybody. This is Attorney Augustus Corbett, and I am happy that you are with me again today. And I got a couple of things that I want to talk to you about, and then I'm going to be gone so you can get back to your day. But there are a couple of things that I want to talk to you about. One of them, and before I get started, please share or host a watch party. I'd like to get this information to as many people as possible, and you can make that happen for us. Yeah, so I hope you're having a great day. I hope that wherever you are, you're staying safe from this pandemic and from all the other dangers that are seen and unseen. So yeah, let's get into a couple of things here. Hopefully everything is looking and sounding okay. Usually I get some sort of indication from someone who's looking. If someone would please send me an indication, let me know that we're looking. All right, I would greatly appreciate it. How's it going? Is everything okay? Is everything okay? Let me know. Well, I'm going to forge ahead, assuming that everything is all right. All right? Just two things I want to talk to you about now. Okay, I just got the confirmation. Two things I want to talk to you about. As you see the title there, first thing is, there is this really sort of crazy idea that's circulating on social media and on regular media. In fact, I saw it on a couple of networks. And the question is whether or not Donald Trump is going to pardon himself. Yeah, that's what is buzzing. Is he going to give himself a pardon? Is he going to pardon himself? Now, to my knowledge, he hasn't been charged with any federal crime, to my knowledge. I don't know if there are any that are coming down the pipe, but as of right now, he's not charged with anything. So therefore, I guess the question is, if he is charged, is he gonna pardon himself for future crimes or for future charges that may come once he leaves, now that he is leaving office? So will the pardon be sort of geared toward the future if he does it? And then the question is whether or not a sitting president can pardon himself. I mean, it's one thing after another with this president, one thing after another. And so this is one of many things that is out here right now. So, so here's the answer. No one knows. No one knows if he has the legal authority to pardon himself for future crimes. I've researched it, and the closest situation that sort of comes to this was President Richard Nixon with the whole Watergate thing. And at that time, the answer was, when the question was raised, constitutional scholars said essentially, no, you cannot pardon yourself. And we know what happened with that. He got out of office, Nixon resigned, and Gerald Ford pardoned him. And so some are saying maybe Trump is going to try something like that. Maybe he is going to resign before January, I think, 20th. And then that would make Mike Pence president for that space, and Pence could then pardon him. No one knows for sure. So we'll find out. It doesn't seem to be that there's any legal authority for that. But who knows what could happen here with this man. I do remember when I watched Amy Coney Barrett, Justice Barrett's confirmation hearing, she was asked that question and she refused to answer it because she said it could become an issue in front of the court. So it's been out there a minute. There's I don't think there's any legal precedent for it. But again, who knows? So no one right now really knows for sure if he can pardon himself. Some probably say yes, especially, the Trump supporters, lawyers, and, constitutional lawyers will probably say yes, it can. But the question is whether or not the U.S. Supreme Court would say it can. And who knows? There are 6-3 conservatives, 3 of which he put on the court, on the bench. So we don't know. We just don't know. It could be possible, but we just don't know. All right. Wow. Just when you thought you had seen and heard it all, it keeps getting more bizarre and more bizarre and more weird. So we just got to see. All right. Second topic is something that makes me so very, very, very excited. And that is the fact that Corbett and Corbett LLP, that is my law firm, along with my daughter, who is my law partner, we have officially started a new practice area. And that new practice area is civil rights. Wow, I'm excited about that. And it seems natural, right? It seems like this is what we should have been doing. As much of this whole justice thing that we're involved in, and as much as I abhor discrimination and always have since I was a child, it seems like, what took you so long to get into this area of practice? Well, I don't know, but I'm here now, and I'm very excited about it. I mean, I'm just very, 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 very excited about this new practice area. It's a real passion of mine and of Chloe's. Okay, she said that she went to law school for this purpose, and this is something that I have been involved in some way or another for basically all my adult life. Even as a child, racial justice and racial discrimination was something big for me. So it just seems natural and normal for us to be doing this. If you have the kind of situation that you want to talk to us about, feel free to get in contact with us. We would love to talk to you about it. Just to hold on just a minute. I'm kind of having some technical issues here. But now, scrolling across the bottom of the screen, you see here what our practice areas now are: personal injury, criminal defense, civil rights, family law. And you can reach us at our website, CorbettFirm.com, or you can call us at 469-726-2626. So if you're dealing with any of that kind of stuff, we're currently doing 2 cases right now that we're about to file one federal civil rights lawsuit and one state lawsuit that has racial issues in it. So we sort of started a few months ago, but we're officially making that announcement now. And so if you've been the victim, if you feel you've been the victim of racial discrimination, give us a call. We're focusing on basically 4 areas of civil rights. Number 1, police brutality. Number 2, racial discrimination. Number 3, employment discrimination. And number 4, education discrimination. Again, police brutality, racial discrimination, employment discrimination, and education discrimination. We're tired of just commenting on social media about the discrimination and the injustice that we see and have been seeing. We're ready to get into the fight, and we're about to get into the fight. In fact, we're already in the fight with a couple of cases. So I'm very, 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 very excited about this new practice area of civil rights law, our new civil rights practice. It just reminds me of a couple of people who are heroes of mine. One, Dr. King, Dr. Martin Luther King. You know, he kind of fought this battle in the streets of America with his protests and his preaching and moving Congress to enact certain laws. But then there was the other piece of it, which was led by the late Justice Thurgood Marshall, my legal hero, without a doubt, without a question. I just really adore the work that this man did in getting the Brown versus Board of Education case, a positive result with that case. And then there were many other cases that he did that led up to that. And then his work on the U.S. Supreme Court, once he was confirmed as a Supreme Court justice, he continued his fight for civil rights. So he is definitely my hero, my favorite legal scholar, lawyer of all time, Justice Thurgood Marshall. And then again, on the activist side of things, no question, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. So I'm told that these men were not necessarily the best of friends. You wouldn't imagine that from what I've read, but they were working toward the same goal of racial justice for African Americans, and they both were successful in what they did. So I am just so excited to be in this space. Again, if you want to talk about an incident that you've experienced, feel free to give us a call. You see our information scrolling on the bottom there. Our website is Corbett Firm, www, and do put the www. If you don't put the www, you may get some kind of error message, but do put www.corbettfirm.com or call us directly at 469-726-2626. And one last thing about this Trump pardon. Even if he does pardon himself, or even if Mike Pence pardons him if Trump were to resign, that does not deal with the state cases that are pending and waiting for him once he leaves office. There's a New York State case, 2 New York State cases. There's one that the Attorney General is bringing. I think her name is Letitia James. And then there's one that is being brought, I believe, by the district attorney for Manhattan County in New York State, New York City. And I think his name is Cy Vance. And then there are several defamation cases, and I think even maybe a rape case or something in state courts. So a pardon, even if he were to pardon himself, or if Mike Pence pardoned him, that pardon would not affect those state cases. The pardon would only affect any federal case or any potential federal case, if that's even legally possible. So we'll see. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. Like I told you, I wasn't going to hold you long. Just wanted to comment about this pardon and especially make the announcement about our new civil rights practice. Okay? Stay safe, and I'll talk with you the next time. Have